Good to see all of you. Good morning. Plant-based peddling, long time no see, brother. What's happening? Fill us in. Oh, man. I'm getting to the triple jumper weather. Let's go outside. Look at this. This is some Illuminati symbol. I don't even know what this means. Work it out. Bam. Let's go. This is like a mad little bakery next to my house, you know. Sometimes when I'm doing well at work, I come here and treat myself to a coffee with soy milk. Shouts to the dude who runs this thing. Boom. We got the Subway, we got the Upside Down Horse, we got my local 7-Eleven. You know, it was hard for me, man, because when I first moved here, I had the choice of going to that 7-Eleven or that 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? But that one's out of the way. I never walk right. You know, I'm always going left. You know, stairs or escalator, left. So that's my local one. Shouts to the dude who works there. He's a cool cunt. You know, Subway is a critical decision where you live. Like, you know, sometimes I want to take my girlfriend on a date. I take her to Subway, man. I've forged so many memories at Subway. Like, I ate Subway for a year straight, dude. You know, I got an emotional connection with Subway. I met a lot of people through Subway. My sister used to work at Subway. You know what I mean? Like, Subway is amazing, even though, you know, it's not there's always whack information coming out about Subway. Like, I saw something the other day talking about how Subway's just like got all sorts of bizarre ingredients in it and shit, but still, you know, it's one of the few places in Australia, you know, where you can get a fucking refill, man. I want a refill. You know, refills in Australia are rare. It's not like the US where refills are just on tap. So, you know, God bless this Subway specifically, because what they try and do is they try and take your power away from you. They try and get you to go to Subway, and then some of them say you can't refill. It's like, what am I paying for, dude? That's part of the Subway experience. You know what I mean? So shouts to them. You know, and then we got Taco Bell. You know, I'm waiting for the day that I'm gonna come to Taco Bell. You know, because it's got a special place in my heart, and it's not to be used lightly. So, permanent marker. Kearney, good to see you, brother. And then we got the ATM. Was this China Bank? Or was this China Bank? Fill me in. What is it? Yeah, it is China Bank. Shouts to the China Bank. You know what I mean? You know, I love Melbourne because it's full of Chinese people, and I love Chinese people. And you know, sometimes I walk down the street and it just hits me. I say, holy fuck, man. Like, 1 in every 10 person in the city is not Chinese. It's amazing. I love it. You know? Look at this shit. Look at the artwork. It's exquisite. Look. What's this white family doing? Talk to me about this white family. You know? That's just there to make everyone else happy. Is the stream still up? Someone said it's frozen. That's the white family being white as fuck, eh? Hey. Shouts to everybody's here, let's get it going. We still up. Yeah, I'm on the data, bro, you know. When I'm on the 4G, you know, the stream's coming through with high quality. It's fwa, man. It's almost trying to bust out a fwa remix. You know, the official the starter pack for the fwa game is Big L Flamboyant. You know, that's just the starter. That's the starting song. Big L Flamboyant. That's just the easiest one to do it to. Shouts to the Cummin jacket, man. This is the most useful jacket. This is a producing jacket. If you just want to produce anything, you use this jacket, because it's just multiple pockets, brother. Multiple pockets. Like, you know, I got a pocket here. Like, I kind of feel like Lara Croft. You know what I mean? Like when you have a camera and you use this jacket, you can have batteries here, pens here, passport in your pocket, you know, lollies in the other pocket. It's extremely useful. Extremely useful. The true discipline is how to know when to use the pocket though, dude. Because I've been here before using all the pockets and it's made no sense. So you have to fucking pick and choose your battles with the pockets, man. Hey Tom, with your Olympic lifting background and your high level of cardio for CrossFit, I've never been a fan of CrossFit, man. I've never been a fan of it. I just never got into it because I just was never a fan of it. Simply, you know, I never thought CrossFit was wank. I never thought it was wank. Like, I was never one of these dudes to knock CrossFit. I've always thought CrossFit was amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of fucking retards in CrossFit, but there's a lot of retards in any sport. I mean, especially in CrossFit, because you combine high technical lifts with fitness. It's kind of hard, man. And you know what I mean? Like, when you're on a bike and you're trying to be fit, it's easy because all you have to do is manage to not fucking crash. But when you're like, heart rate's 170 and you're trying to snatch 200 fucking something pounds, it becomes pretty ridiculous, you know. But I've been a fan of it. I just never like had a drive to do it, I guess, bro. I think CrossFit's great, man, and a lot of people are drawn to CrossFit, brother, because there's a sense of community there. Like, if you powerlift, you bodybuild and shit, and especially if you train by yourself, I mean, there's a lack of, depending on where you go and what time you train, there's a lack of community sometimes. So people like going to, the CrossFit gym and being there at 5 p.m. for their class and doing the workout of the day, and everyone's high-fiving and doing the bro fists, and you know what I mean? The CrossFit started the bro fist workout thing, you know, where they all high-five each other and hug and shit, you know. Not knocking it, I'm just saying that's CrossFit, you know. Like, CrossFit was one of these first sports where, like, cunts actually, if you look at CrossFit, man, when it first came out, like, people started, like, appreciating, like, it was cool, man, because, like, at the time, like, lifting was mad. Like, cunts were just like, I'm stronger than you, you're weaker than me, I'm better than you, oh, he lifts this much. And then you go to CrossFit and you'd see super strong dudes working out with super fat dudes, or super fat dudes working out with super slim dudes, and it just put everyone in one group together. And it was very an accepting environment, so I think that's why it took off so hard. My favorite sauce to put on rice, probably ketchup. Ketchup big time. You know what I mean? Ketchup. If it's just plain rice, ketchup. I haven't seen Norvegan's video. I'm not gonna watch it. You know, like, it's pointless for me, bro. Like, I've already formulated my opinion. You know what I mean? Just get out the pre-cum. Getting out the pre-cum's necessary, man. Because why waste valuable just liquid, man? You want straight juice. Trick to making good rice. I like my rice. I don't like my rice dry, brother. Like, I don't like it dry. I like it stuck together. Like, nothing satisfies me more than putting some chopsticks into a bowl of rice and it fucking just comes out in one big clump, you know? But I haven't made rice in a long time, to be honest with you. Anytime I'm eating that type of rice, you know, I let the Chinese people do it for me. I let the Asians take care of what they do best, man. Or let my girlfriend do it. Or I go somewhere where I know that they're proficient at making good rice. That's why I've never been a big fan of basmati rice. You know, like, I like eating rice with curry and stuff, like I'm talking like Indian style, but it's still not my favorite type of rice. So, you know, usually when I'm eating that type of rice, I'm out, and it's a beautiful experience. Sup, lads, good to be in. Vegan Fly Trap, always a pleasure to see you. God rice has God rice. You mean good? Oh yeah, good rice. Eh? Has cruciferous leafy veg in it. I've never tried Faro. Shouts to Glucose Network Shopify. Get yourself some enlightening fabric. I'm not gonna lie to you. Last week was a good t-shirt sales week, man. It felt good. on, bro? What the fuck was that? Black beans and white rice for lunch. Shouts to you, man. That's that clean food, lad. That's that nourishing food. Shouts to the food, man. You gotta give thanks to the food at all times, man. You can never underestimate the power of food and the thanks you need to give to food. It's just amazing. I kiss every single shirt before I mail it, bro. I kiss every single food delivery I do before I fucking deliver it. You know what I mean? Just because, I mean, what else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do? You got to, man. That's all I got to give. So I make sure I kiss it. You know what I mean? Fuck, if you were here, man, I'd hand deliver it to you. You know? You know, I fuck with quinoa sometimes. I never fuck with quinoa. You know, I'm a couscous man. I would never fuck with quinoa intentionally, like at my house. It's too far down the rabbit hole, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of it. Like, I'm a fan of it if I was at a cafe, which I wouldn't be at anyway, where they sell quinoa, and they were like, yo, there's quinoa in this. I'd eat it, of course, you know, because it's just food. And you call it quinoa, I call it quinoa. I'm a big fan of couscous, though, you know. I'm only a big fan of couscous in certain dishes, you know, but, you know, my uncle's wife's Moroccan. You know, my grandma used to make this boss-ass fucking couscous salad, man, that I just grew up on. It was just revolutionary. Real fat boy stuff, olive oil, you know, pine nuts, you know, sultanas, all sorts of shit in it. It was revolutionary. Spring onions, oh my God, dude. It took me to the next level. You know, I remember when I was back in my bodybuilding days, I'd tell my grandma, I said, you have to make that for me. You know, Friday nights, I eat whatever the fuck I want, you know, make that for me. And that was my thing. Michael Expo. Long time no see, brother. Shouts to you. Let's keep the stream moving. Let's keep the questions going. Let's keep the topics up. It's great to see all of you. We're on the 4G today. I'm still hooked hard on the guacamole. Guacamole's amazing. You know, guacamole's amazing. I try and keep it simple, brother. So, you know, I have to be in a mood to make guacamole, which isn't often. Because I'm not buying no guacamole. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. They try and fuck you with the price, man. Blessed. That's a beautiful word. Tom, why do I wake up every morning? Because I can. You know what I mean, brother? Because it's just like, why not? Why not wake up, eh? You know? It's just fucking sick to wake up, dude. It's just sick to just be experiencing, dude. It's just sick. Like, you get another day. You get another day in the best game in the world. It's just amazing. You know? Avocado with salt and pepper. Oh, it's Ramadan, brother. You know what I mean? So I'm leaving the streams up for Ramadan. Just for Ramadan. So today, I think it's day 11 of Ramadan. That's why I'm leaving them up. Peace be upon all of you. Shout out to you. Good morning. Great to see you. You know, brother, I love waking up, man. I've always loved waking up. I think waking up's just amazing. You know, honestly, I feel bad for the cunts who don't like waking up. Because it's just a beautiful thing, man. First breath, first thought is a beautiful thing. I'm very diligent with my first. Shouts to you for waking up, dude. Thank you, brother. Shouts to everybody who woke up, today. You know, I'm very diligent with my first moments, man. You know, they're critical for me. My first moments are critical because they set the tone. You know, they set the tone, so I make sure I set the tone correctly, first off. What other religions do you find beautiful? I'm all about multi-religious practices, man. And I think that's what everyone should be doing, man, because you can be, man, you know, literally there's so much good you can find. If you have an open mind, brother, there's so much, you can practice whatever the fuck you want to practice without labeling. You don't have to label yourself. And that's what's great about it. You can be a vegan, ITAL fucking fasting, you know, Buddhist, Hare Krishna practicing human who's just you. You don't have to be, like, you know, there's no labels with it, and you can just be whatever the fuck you want to be, man. And it's so cool. You know what I mean? So, What's happening? What? Is the stream pausing? Don't be telling me that. Don't be fucking telling me. Am I gonna get more tattoos? I mean, maybe. I'm not. Potentially. I don't really plan it, man. I wouldn't even plan it. I wouldn't plan it, Do you think worshipping God is an important part of religion? Yeah, brother. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess in my mind, it's just worshipping the higher power, right? How would you differentiate religion from spirituality? I think I think they're the same thing. I know, at least for me, it's. I don't know, when I think about it, I think my religion is my spirituality. It's the same thing. They're one and the same topic. I agree when people ask me things like, are you vegan, are you Christian, are you that? I'm just like, I'm just can. Yeah, shouts to you, brother. Religion is man-made, spirituality is cosmic. That's a good point. That's a good point, brother. Yeah. Religion, I guess, man, it's just an interpretation of... I don't even know how this shit gets created, brother, to be honest with you. I don't even fucking know, man. You know what I mean? Yes, I made tofu with nutritional yeast, other spices, made cheese, added tomato sauce to the herbs and put it in the bowl, cooked rice. It was badass. Shout out to you, man. Bless up on the food. The precious food, man. Alright, bro. Shouts to you, eh? Shouts to spirituality, shouts to religion. Shouts to all the practicing humans out there who practice whatever the fuck they want to practice. We love it. And shouts to the great food. Have I ever been to Malaysia? I was in Malaysia actually years ago, years when I was real younger. Like, it doesn't really count because I can't really remember it, man. I went to KL, but I haven't been back in a long time. I want to go because I'm always going to Singapore and I'm so close to Singapore. My girlfriend's always telling me about the Malaysian food. I need to go there, bro. Shouts to Heinz Beans. We're big fans of Heinz Beans. Aaron, you must be religious because there sounds like an encounter with God. Shouts to Aaron, man. He's tasting the pure blessing, man. That's a pure blessing of a combination, I should say. The Glucose Network, Shopify, correct. I've been baptized. Christians always tell me I'm going to hell because I've never accepted Jesus and been baptized. Shouts to you, brother. I've had all sorts of people tell me I'm not a Muslim. I've had all sorts of people tell me I'm not spiritual. I've had all sorts of people tell me all sorts of shit. Probably just like they tell you shit. I don't even give a fuck, eh? It's like, my relationship with God, spirituality, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is my relationship with it. And I don't care what any other cunt thinks of it or how they want to critique it. You know what I mean? Because any person, like 90% of the most spiritual, religious cunts I ever meet, they're never doing that. They're never critiquing you and shit. You know what I mean? And the difference is, man, like, it's like some of these people the most critical people don't even believe what they say, man. You know what I mean? They don't even believe, it's just all for show. Like, anytime one of these Muslims has critiqued me, or anytime my brothers try to critique me, it's been like, Abdullah, you did something and that was haram. It's like, dude, you whack off 5 times a day, get drunk 4 times a fucking week, and you have the worst intentions in the whole world. You don't even believe what you say. So it's relevant to me. Can you explain the logic behind not drinking or wear a shirt with the devil on it? I have a friend that had a hard time writing 666. Well, drinking, I think drinking's toxic as fuck. That's why, if someone said to me, oh, the Muslims, being a Muslim, you don't drink, I'd say well, don't disrespect your body, lad. It's just appreciation of life. You know what I mean? No one can argue with that drinking is a good thing, okay? Now, it might be okay in small amounts, not in moderation, cool, you know what I mean? But it's just like saying like smoking's a good thing, you know what I mean? Like, so if any religion out there wants to preach not drinking, I mean, it's just ultimate respect for the body. I love it, you know what I mean? I love it, I'm a big fan of it. And not wearing the number 666 or supporting the devil, I mean, that's just bad energy, like, who wants to support the devil? If you believe in the devil or you don't believe in the devil, I'm not going to wear a shirt with a fucking devil on it, man. Even if I wasn't religious or spiritual, I think, fuck, this is cook shit. It's like, I got a devil on my shirt, what the fuck's that about? You know what I mean? Look at this angry cunt. I don't want a part of that, Yeah, I'm not a fan of drinking, man. Honestly, I'm not even a fan. Low key, I'm not even a fan of social drinking. Like, I'm not even like, there's alcoholic, and then I'm not even a fan of just like, I guess it's your relationship with it. But hey, brother, like, I'm telling you, man, like, I'm still not a fan of cunts catching up over a few beers. Like, catch up over some food. Catch up over some water, man. Catch up over some fucking just good times, dude. Like, I'm not a fan of the beer thing, all right? But I know some cunts out there like to have a couple beers every now and again, whatever, whatever you want to do it, but I'm still not a fan of it. Because a lot of the times you tell yourself shit like, I've got a good relationship with alcohol. You actually smoke all the time, be like, I've got a good relationship with smoking. It's just like one every now and again. It's still toxic as fuck. Yeah, catch up over some dumplings. Hey, when you really look at it like out of a respect standpoint, it's like I respect, you got to respect your body, man. That's why, you eat the good food, you eat the food, you nourish the soul, you nourish the body, mind, body, spirit type shit. And when you're able to do that, you can respect other people, man. So it's cool. It's all linked. So, it might be cool to have a few drinks and get a bit tipsy and think you're a sick cunt and, walk around all tipsy and have a fake sense of confidence and actually, like, finally find meaning in your life for like a brief 2 hours on the weekend when you have the courage to look someone in the eye. It's not doing anybody any good. Fucking shouts to you, bro. How were you as a kid, like 16, 17, 18? I was very focused as a kid. Now, I fell in love with training around 16. Around 16, I'm not too sure, but it was around 16. I had a mate, he was jacked, he was really good at athletics. All the girls loved him, and I said, like, I want to be like this cunt, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, fuck, this is cool, I need to do this. So I started training, and then I quickly fell in love with training, man. And then I was just hyper-focused on training throughout my high school days. I was just, just training. I would go to parties, I'd stop going to parties, I'd stop drinking, I'd just train, eating protein bars at my year 12 graduation, bringing, walking out of exams to go eat, that was the level of focus I had between 16 and 19, was just like nothing. I was like, that kind of like, I work harder than everybody else, I work so hard, like, and I was ready to just, like, watching Kai Green videos 9 times a day, just ready to dive to lift weights, man. Will Chang, pleasure to see you. Drinking really numbs the pain for people. Cheaper than therapy here in Eastern Europe. You get mad wasted. Liquor is so cheap. Definitely a good source of control for the government. And liquor keeps us dulled down, man. You know what I mean? It gives you that false sense that you got. It gives you like a false sense of purpose, false sense of just everything, man. It's toxic shit, man. It's toxic shit, and there's a reason why it's so readily available to us. And so it's just so socially accepted to drink. It's kind of fucked up, man. You know what I mean? Like, if I walk down the street smoking fucking weed, you know, like all the dudes who get mad pissed on all like the people who get mad pissed on the weekend or something would look at me like, why is this guy smoking some weed? But I'll be like, well, fuck, bro, it's just weed. Hey, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal. You know, what's the difference? That you can buy one over the counter. And I feel hell stuck. I mean, it's all a journey. I mean, you just have to embrace the journey. You find love in the journey, man. Don't find no love in some standpoint. You have to accept, let go, and love the journey, man. And that's when, you know, you'll find that's where it is, man. That's where the contentness is. You can sit there and reminisce about how fucked up you were when you were 16 or something. That's not doing you any good currently. And you can sit there and think, but like, I'm not of where you want to be, and that's not doing you any favors either. You may as well just enjoy the process, man. Enjoy the process. I mean, it's cliche, it's simple, but you just have to enjoy the process. It's like, why do you feel stuck? You know what I mean? You have to think to yourself, like, why do you feel stuck? Alcohol, no one does not. I'm not saying I'm a fan of smoking weed, but literally, like, if you just think about like all the drugs that are the most demonized, like a lot of the ones that are demonized, that are like on a recreational level, they're still demonized more than like alcohol or coffee or smoking. It's like no one does any fucked up shit. Like anytime I've been high, I've just sat at home and just thought like, it's time to go to bed. Do you know what I mean? It's time to go to bed, eh? Dudes get mad, pissed on alcohol, they turn into like a different spirit and they're just like fucking knocking dudes out, you know, just doing crazy shit. But still, you know, on that public holiday when we're trying to get broccoli, you know, we're trying to eat broccoli, you know, I'm only allowed to go to the Bodlo and get, you know, fucking pork crackling and beer. I have zero idea what I want to do with my life. I'm working for some dumb office job which is fucked for someone with ADHD like me. All I want to do is travel, but I want to be able to sustainable. I mean, you have a pretty good life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you have to understand. You have to get rid of this fantasy that you're not living a good life. If your heart's beating, you're living a good life. Hey, it doesn't mean you're content. I mean, the first stance is you have to be appreciative. If you can't be appreciative, then boom, nothing's ever going to work out. You have to be appreciative of what you got right now. Boom. At least, this is what I tell myself. You know what I mean? Because I've had the exact same feeling. I say like, bruh, you have to accept it and you have to be appreciative, first of all. So once you do that, and having zero idea, like, what are you meant to, like, I think you've been brainwashed, like a lot of people have been fucking brainwashed that you need to know what you want to do. You don't need to know anything. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to think that, like, you know, like, in life, like, the people who knew what they wanted to do the rest of their life had it. Like, that's what the goal was. No, it doesn't even matter, dude. Your goal is just to be. This is your goal. Just to fucking experience the fresh air. To be on the live stream. To feel, to love, to eat, to experience. That's the goal. You know what I mean? Nothing. What was your goal as a fucking child? You know what I mean? Before everything else got in the way. It was just to piss, shit, sleep, love somebody, have good times. And play. Shit like that. And then, that's the biggest thing. I mean, and then stuff like your job and traveling and stuff. I mean, the reality is, in the world we live in, you need money if you want to do stuff like travel. But, there's ways to get around it. Like, in a practical sense, there's ways to, become appreciative, change your perspective, which will then make your job a bit easier when you're doing it, because then you feel like you're saving money to do something you want to do. And that's always been good for me, because I'm at work and it's like, it doesn't even feel like work to me, man, because the perspective's different. When I didn't have the perspective, the work was terrible. I felt like I was wasting my life away. But now when I'm working, I feel like it's a blessing. I'm like, sick, I got the opportunity to make money, and then use the money for what I want to do. It's just like a tool. So what's your advice for people struggling with the liquor? I mean, you have to stop, man. You know what I mean? Well, it's like anything, man. It depends how bad. Like, being a recreational drinker can be a problem, no doubt. But being an alcoholic can be a lot bigger of a problem, mate. But for most of us, it's just like who aren't alcoholics, We still have the addiction, but it might just be like once a week or twice a week. I mean, you just have to stop 1 week and deal with it. It's not some like big, cosmic sized plan. It's just literally like you just one night where you feel like going and drinking, you just don't do it and see how it works out and deal with it then. Like the one night you're gonna go to the bar and you feel unconfident, you feel like you need to have a drink to loosen up, and you feel like that's what you usually do. You stop and you deal with it, and it can be challenging, but the more you do it, the more easy it becomes. And then a lot of the times, man, people's whole routine changes when they stop drinking, because they realize, you actually finally realize when you're actually having a good time. You're like, fuck, I've actually never been having a good time here. The alcohol's just making it seem like I'm having a good time. Like the curtains just get pulled open. You go, fuck, this was never a good time, man. It was just one big hoax. It was just one big lie, So then, your actions start to change, and what you do starts to change. Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously, that's exactly like me, like, that's deep. You're right. You got to get out of that hole, man. You got to get out of that hole, because, I mean, what you're suffering from, a lot of people suffer from. Do you know what I mean? They suffer from the same thing, just like this concept of, I need more, and what I have is not enough. And the fear that gets instilled into you is what keeps you unappreciative, and it keeps you in the same spot that you're currently not pleased with. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be striving to go traveling. You should be striving to do better and do more. I'm saying if you can't be appreciative, it's never going to happen, eh? Why any shouts to listeners in? Shouts to you, can be W93. Shouts to the link, brother. It's just a social thing, though. Yeah, you know what though? Like, smoking meth's a social thing, brother. I know heaps of cunts who do that socially, man. Just because something's a social thing doesn't mean it's a good thing. There's a lot of things that happen socially that are fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, we go to parts of the world where they do some shit socially that me and you would be like, fuck, man, this ain't normal, bro. Meth's huge here, man. Meth's huge in Australia, man. Cunts smoke meth socially in their mum's bathroom at the age of fucking 15. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you don't have your head screwed on about your relationship with drinking. But I'm saying there might be, for a lot of people, even myself with some practices, that you can justify in your own mind because it's just a social thing. I never look back and regret not partying anymore. Yeah, I mean, fuck that. Who cares, man? Like, you can enjoy partying and shit, but low key, I'm not a fan of the parties and shit. They're cool, but I mean, it's weird, man. Like, like 90% of the people who go to parties, it's like people who go to music festivals, man. Sometimes it's like I look at a brother who goes to a music festival, and it's like there's only a small percentage of people who actually like going to the music festival for the music, and they enjoy dancing, and they enjoy the rhythm, and they enjoy the vibe. Most of the other cunts, they don't even know why they're there, man. They're just there to get fucked up and just use it just for all sorts of weird reasons. Yeah, but that's a cultural thing, man, still, you know what I mean? Just because it's culturally acceptable, like, just because, it's grown in the UK over time with culture and shit, still doesn't make it, okay, I guess, Yeah, I mean, people like drive on purpose, brother. Like, think about how many people, man, make two. I know cunts who make literally. This is they live on this weird playing field where it's like they work the job that they're extremely dissatisfied with when they feel like they have no purpose, and they make amazing fucking money, dude. Amazing fucking money, right? Amazing money, right? You would think that like this cunt would be saving heaps of money, but their expenses are just like through the roof, man. You make $1,500 a week, you spend $1,400 a week, no money gets saved, all you're doing is just blowing it on useless shit. Like, why would I pay and give money to the government and pay all these fucking corporations and shit or whatever? Like, I'm paying for poison? That's like, you know what I mean, brother? I look back at myself buying Walden Farms and think I'm fucking paying for no I'm paying for no calories? Come on now, you know what I mean? What the fuck is this? Yeah, brother. I mean, people aren't Max. You're right, brother. I mean, it's ladder type thinking, man. It's ladder type thinking. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's how we're bred, man. Just more. Never enough. You're never enough. You always need more. You're on the ladder of preparing for the next step and never appreciating the spot. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what cunts do, man. Most cunts just climb that ladder, climb the ladder, and then you hear the cliche quote about the cunt sitting on his deathbed just wishing he had time to appreciate life. He wishing he had more time, man. Because that's finally, when you're confronted with it, you stop, man. And you stop, and your hand's not moving up the ladder no more, and you say, fuck, man, I've never actually stopped to appreciate this thing. You know, so, I mean, we're trying to chop down the ladder, bro. I don't want you on the ladder, man. I don't want you the ladder of high school, preparing for university, preparing for the next job, preparing for retirement, which is preparing you for death. The never-ending preparation, more, consume more, you're never good enough, you should never be satisfied. I'm trying to get you off the never satisfied, always hungry type mentality. It's always satisfied, always hungry. You know, fuck this cunt's come up with this like, I'm proud but never satisfied, satisfied but always hungry, never satisfied, always hungry, gorilla type. It's like, bro, you're doing curls, man. Like, you're doing curls. Have some respect for life, man. You got no respect for life, honestly. You're not appreciating life, you got no respect for it. And how do you expect it to ever do anything? You got no respect for the foundation of it, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. You know, I can't believe that I once like would have seen that quote and never thought it was toxic. You know, like I actually remember used to look at the like never satisfied, always hungry type thing and think like that's normal. You know what I mean? And then now I think about it, I'm like, fuck, man, what you telling me my whole life? Like, I'm not going to be satisfied? What the fuck's that about? That doesn't sound too good to me, bro. You know what I mean? We're starting the new wave. I mean, we're making Portrait the new landscape, and we're making it satisfied, but always hungry, lad. Like, I'm always trying to do the best I can do with what I got. But I'm always satisfied too, man. I come at it with a level of satisfaction. Hey, because, I mean, ultimately, like, what else you got, man? Voodoo child, where do you live, brother? And I'll fill you in on what mints you need to buy. Yeah, fuck that quote. It's honestly, it's a toxic fucking quote, man. It's a toxic quote, eh? And it's just perpetuated by, you know, white Yeezy wearing flip flop fucks. That's just ugh. It's just got to stop, lad. UK, no, I get you, bro. Don't get no corn mints, man. Don't get no corn mints. You know, I mean, you can go to Asda and get the Asda mints. Go to Tesco and get the soy mints from Tesco. Get the soy mints from Tesco. I mean, I think Asda have a soy mints too, and it's way better. It's way better. I mean, the corn mints. I mean, corn tastes like cardboard. Number one, it tastes like cardboard. I used to almost gag on corn, brother. You know. Would I try meat again? Not really. You know what I mean? I've never really, there's no desire in my heart really to try meat, you know what I mean? They got corn in Australia and it tastes like cardboard. You know, they got these nuggets, they taste like fried cardboard. Don't be buying them. There's much going on in Perth. Now, Perth's just a nice city, man. I think Perth's near the beach. It's just a nice city. You know, I haven't really spent much time in Perth, but I mean, it's all the same shit, literally, dude. Anywhere in Australia, it's all the same shit. You know, Melbourne, cool. You know, Adelaide, cool. Sydney, cool. I mean, there's small differences that can make a difference in lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be, if you want to maximize your fitness, I guess you can live anywhere. But Adelaide makes it easier. I mean, you like the city type vibe. Melbourne's pretty cool. I mean, you like a lot of traffic. You go to Sydney. I mean, you like chill beach, you go to Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast. You want Adelaide vibe, you go to Perth, you know? I haven't been hitting the smoked tofu, I've been hitting the gluten, bro. I've been hitting the gluten every night. Shout out to the gluten, man. We're a fan of you, gluten. I'm a fan of you, man. That's the food we need. If you're not eating gluten, I don't even know what you're doing with your life, man. It's, you know, it's 21st century technology. It's 21st century technology. Gluten's literally, we talk about sponge products. Gluten is literally the sponge of just cuisine in general, any form of cuisine. Literally, like you put a can of baked beans, it's like an experiment, dude. Like you put one block of gluten with like the liquid of a baked bean can. There's no liquid once you pour the liquid on the gluten, man. I don't give a fuck, eh? Where am I right now? I'm just in some alleyway near my apartment, dude. I'm in Melbourne. I'm in Melbourne in an alleyway near my apartment. How many hours daily? It's not that long, man. It's like 12 hours here in Melbourne. The fastest 12 hours here in Melbourne. And I'm feeling amazing. You know, actually, I'm feeling amazing, bro, but I'm not going to lie to you at the same time. I have been feeling slightly worse the last couple of days. But you know, it could be for a number of reasons, but I'm just feeling a bit more zapped. Like my pace at the supermarket's kind of dropped off a bit at 4:30. Like I'm kind of like, I feel a bit, but I feel blessed at the same time. You know, I mean, I feel blessed at the same time, and it's crazy. You know what a lack of energy can do to you in a good way. As weird as that sounds, what it can do for you in a good way. And you know, anytime that water hits my lips, it's very, 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 very tasty water, man. Says something about water when you don't drink it for 12 hours and you hit it, dude. It's like drinking Pepsi, man. There's like this, you can feel it run down your esophagus and you're just like, oh, I can feel my soul getting rejuvenated, man. I can feel it, eh? It's just like, oh, lad. Water is life, man. Water is life. And when you don't have it, you really appreciate it. That's what's great about it. When it's not there and you drink it, you're like, fuck, I really appreciate this water, man. They're pouring rain outside my window. It reminds me that separateness is an illusion. The same intelligence that's inside of us is falling from sky. Crazy, Jink. Shouts to you, brother. I love that. I love that. I love that. And it's an empowering statement, eh? It's an empowering statement, brother. Do you think I'm having enough water at the moment? Yeah, I think I am. You know, I mean, I feel like I get dehydrated as the day goes on, yeah, obviously. But I ride my bike throughout the day and I do all sorts of stupid shit that, you know, you probably shouldn't be doing with no water. But I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to, when you wear the Glucose Network t-shirt, you have to, yeah, there's a level of pride and confidence you have to have with it, man. Because you will receive funny looks from Asian people who think that you don't know what you're wearing. They probably think you just bought some t-shirt and you didn't know what the logo meant. That's probably what they're thinking, eh? Nah, you can't, man. You can't be chewing gum during Ramadan, man. You can't be chewing gum during Ramadan. Shout out to you, Will Chain. I appreciate it, bro. Is New Zealand a shithole? I've never been to New Zealand, but I hear it's amazing. I don't think anyone says New Zealand's a shithole. I mean, it's meant to be one of the most scenic places on the planet. Got mad nature activities. I mean, shouts to New Zealand. Let's keep the topics up. Let's hit another topic. What's on our mind, eh? Can you brush your teeth with water during Ramadan? I brush my teeth at night and brush my teeth in the morning before fast starts, man. I'm brushing my teeth, man. I don't care what anyone tells me. I'm allowed to brush my teeth before the sun comes up, and I'm brushing my teeth when the sun goes down. Lord of the fucking Rings, man. Shouts to Lord of the Rings, man. Lord of the Rings was an iconic movie. Shouts to Peter Jackson. Shouts to everybody involved with Lord of the Rings. I mean, it was one of those movies that just, I mean, what a beautiful brain. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, more than Star Wars. I know it might be hard for some of you, but I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. But I'm also a Star Wars fan too, you know. In 2 weeks, I'll be out of service for a month on the side of a mountain. I mean, that's gonna be crazy in a good way. My Ramadan routine, brother, is, you see it, you know, we're in my Ramadan routine right now. I wake up at 3 a.m, I train by like 3:20, I'm training. I come home, I eat some breakfast. I live stream, I go back to my apartment. I do some work on the Indie Pack thing between, you know, like whatever time I get back, until 11. And then I go ride my bike from like 11 till, you know, I try and do like 15, 16 deliveries sometimes. I might be done by 3, I might be done by 4, whatever. And when I finish that, come home, chill a little bit, go to the supermarket, get my food, come back, break fast, and if there's something else to do on the computer, I'll do it, and then I'll just go to bed. Relax in bed for a bit, eat some ice cream, sleep. That's all I really do. Shouts to Mount Doom, dude. I got my prana protein from all places throughout the city, brother. I get them from the place up the road called Evelyn Faye. I got it from another joint. I got it from a joint the other day that was a lot cheaper. It was on Elizabeth Street. I don't know the name of it, eh? Would I pass or fail the 10K challenge? Fuck the 10K challenge. You know, fuck eating challenges. Fuck eating challenges, man. Now, if you want to be a competitive eater, I mean, that's cool, eh? But like, eating challenges are fucked, man. You know what I mean? They're fucked, man. Like, the more I think about eating challenges, I think they're actually fucked up. Like, it's the most fucked up concept, and it's just disgusting when I think about it. You know, and after, you know, that even being me said, dude, I tried doing a Cliff Bar challenge. I mean, that was disgusting fucking behavior, man, when I think about it. And I'm so glad that I'm blessed to not have, I don't know, the fucking stomach capacity to stomach that amount of Cliff Bars, because that shit's fucking disgusting, you know? I just think it's disrespectful to the food. I think it's disrespectful to the people watching it. I think it's disrespectful to your own stomach. I think it's disrespectful to your own spirit. I think it's disrespectful just for the universe. I think it's fucked up. You know what I mean? So fuck the eating challenges. You know, that's my stance on eating challenges, is fuck them. You know, seriously, fuck them. I mean, if you want to eat 10 donuts as quick as you can, that's cool. Yeah, 100%. I just think eating challenges and these eating things, I mean, they do no one good. You know, because if you're the type of cunt to partake in them, it's not good for you. Number one, it's not good for you. Spiritually, physically, whatever, it's not good for you. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, everyone who's consuming this, I mean, half of them are blinkers, unaware, fucking mindless consumers. You don't overestimate their ability to think critically. They just consume without thought. And this kind of content, I just think it promotes some fucked up shit, man. I just think it promotes disrespect for food, man. And I don't like it when it's disrespect. You're disrespecting Mother Nature. I don't like disrespecting, shit that gives you life. You know what I mean? And I think it's just and you can see it, man. It condones people's behavior, man. And it just justifies all sorts of fucked up behavior. Like, oh yeah, I'll just do a 10K challenge. You know what I mean? You see the motherfuckers doing the 10K challenge. I'm like, cool, you're just another fucking attention-seeking, zero self-confident fucking person, dude, on the internet, just promoting even more fucked up shit. Cool. So I make sure myself, like, I just not a fan. I know some dudes gonna get butt hurt because they love the eating challenges, and I got a lot of people who do eating challenges and watch my shit. But still, I got to say how I feel. I'm not a fan of eating challenges, and I think anybody who does eating challenges would agree with me that they're fucked up. You know what I mean? And then how are you gonna justify something that's fucked up? Oh, because it gets you views. Oh, well, that's a cool way to think about it. Yeah, the opposite of Ramadan, eh? Eating challenges are the opposite of Ramadan, brother. Opposite, eh? Ramadan's like an empathetic, energy, useful tool, man. It's just a self-reflective, appreciative, give thanks tool. You know what I mean? Not what an eating challenge is. Not what an eating challenge does, brother. And we shouldn't be condoning it. Seriously, you should not be condoning it. Don't be liking no eating fucking challenges. I'm telling you, don't be liking them. Even if you like the person, like every single other one of their video, but don't like the eating challenge video, please. You know what I mean? I'm making sure I'm not giving no one no thumbs up for eating challenge. I'll give you a thumbs up for any other fucking video you do that's not an eating challenge. What's the point of eating challenges? There is no point. Now, if you've been starving yourself for a fucking long time and you have a few days where you overeat a fuck ton, I understand. I get it. You know what I mean? But now we live in the day of glorified, scheduled eating challenges. It's just fucked up. There's no point. 9 times out of 10, it's just people trying to look for social approval, get their numbers up, make them feel like they're worthy. And yeah, I mean, they realize that, a lot of people don't respect the value of their words. So, they just give them mindless shit to consume. Do you think it's natural for women to use men for resources? I mean, it's regardless of gender, brother. There's plenty of men who use women for their resources. There's plenty of girls who use women who use men. It just goes vice versa. It's irregardless. I mean, it's just what you're saying is, do you think it's okay for another human to use another human purely for their resources? I'm not going to check out your 12K challenge, brother. I like you a lot, bro, but I'm not going to be checking out no 12K challenge. What are my thoughts on relationships with big age difference? I mean, age is just it's irrelevant, man. You know what I mean? It just... I got plenty of friends I got fucking friends who are 43, dude. You know what I mean? And I got friends who are fucking 16. I got friends who are 25. There's some people you just relate on to with another level. And I'm not gonna be like, oh yo, like I can't hang out with you because you're 40 and I'm like fucking 20 something. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. What's the point in that? You know what I mean? I realize that like age only gives me. We give age this meaning like it's just like this fucking end all be all, like, oh, he's 40, like how can I hang out with a 40-year-old, or how can I hang out with a 50-year-old? But it's just a number, dude. And the number's not indicative of your ability to relate to someone. So and hang out with someone and have a good time with someone. You know what I mean? I mean, most of the times when people think about age, it's just like, how could I relate to a 45-year-old? Because 45 is a number that's correlated with his experience. And how could I relate to someone who's that old because they've experienced much more than me and just be weird? Not really, dude. Age is just a number. It's not directly related. It has nothing to do with experience. Like, yeah, you've been here longer, but some cunts just never even experienced shit, man. They don't even experience the sound of their own breath. They don't even experience the fresh air around them. You know, so I hang out with all sorts of people, man. I got mates who are fucking young, you know what I mean? And I got mates who are fucking old as hell, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, my phone might die soon, eh? So if my phone dies, and the stream dies, it's because my phone died. Yeah, I find it funny, like, you know what I mean? But I don't even think, you know, I don't even think it's a healthy mindset to be in when you're thinking in terms of age. I don't think in terms of age, man. You know, I try to de-associate myself from age, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like the way of thinking it breeds personally. Like, it does no good for me to think about my age. Like, I don't think about my age ever. Like, I like the fact that when someone asks me my age, I have to do maths. I enjoy that. I don't want to be aware of it because I don't give a fuck, eh? All I want to know is that my heart's still beating, I still got some time, let's make use of it, and it is what it is, eh? Shout out to you, Henry Moat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even I'm not even a birthday fan, man. I'm not even a birthday fan. I think birthdays are bizarre. Birthdays are cool, eh? But I mean, like, I think once you get to a certain age, it's like, I mean, Santa's not coming, bro. I mean, there's no point in celebrating your birthday. I think just it's no point in celebrating your birthday every year. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, and it's weird to think. It's weird to think. I mean, 9 times out of 10, what is a birthday, brother? What is a birthday? Most times out of 10, we get excited for birthdays because we feel like, you know, cool, the world's going to love me today. Like, cool, I get to wake up and my mum's going to give me a present. Cool, I get to wake up and let's let the Facebook notifications roll in and make me feel like, yeah, I'm somebody. All right, let's wake up and let's see who texts me. And you come at it with this sense of entitlement, like the world should just bend over and suck your dick on your birthday. And you're real special today, Abdullah. You're real special today, eh? You know, I mean, fuck, mate. I just remember specifically being like, I'm turning the notifications off on my Facebook. I'm changing my birthday. There is no birthday. There's going to be no YouTube video this year for my birthday. I've already had my birthday, lad. You didn't hear about it. Okay, you didn't hear about it because I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to tell you it's my birthday. I don't want you to say happy birthday to me. I don't want you to say any of that. Yeah, we buy into all sorts of bizarre shit, man. We buy into all sorts of bizarre shit. I mean, you know, brother, people look at me and say, oh, you're doing Ramadan? Oh, I could never do that. Well, I'm like, brother, you do Christmas. I mean, you do Easter. You're not a Christian. You do all sorts of shit. You partake in all sorts of religious practices, and just because they're socially acceptable and condoned by society, so you spend pointless amounts of fucking money that you don't have on, you do it. Why is it weird that, well, you're not going to do Ramadan too? You know what I mean? I remember when I was young, I used to find it weird my mum wouldn't get me a Christmas present. My mum just told me, dude, she was just like, look, you're not Christian, why would you get a present? And I was like, fuck, that makes so much sense. Why would I get a present if I'm not, why would I celebrate something if I'm not, if it's not like I'm disrespecting the Christianity holiday, the holiday that, you know, Christmas, I'm not disrespecting it, you know what I mean? I'm happy for everyone who's Christian, they celebrate Christmas. I'm happy for them. I say, wow, this is like a Muslim dude celebrating Eid. Enjoy your day. This is a good day for you. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to celebrate it. Dude, Robert Nelson, it's a good opportunity to celebrate them and spend time with your family. That's all they are. You know what I mean? Like, there's no. I'm not telling you on Christmas sit at home and fucking don't talk to anybody. It's a great opportunity to be with family and friends, and that's all it is. I mean, presents, no presents. It's a great opportunity to spend time with your family. Everybody gets a day off from work. It's a great time, but most people don't see it like that. You might see it because you're switched on. You might see it as fuck it. Even though I don't, I'm not Christian. It's a good opportunity for me to have a break from work and chill with my family. But a lot of people don't see it like that, brother. Yeah, fuck that Lucas car. That sounds fucking crazy, man. It sounds scary. Christmas is boss, like. I mean, you got to think, why is it boss, man? It's cool, man. I mean, at least now, like, if you think about it, you go to Christmas, you spend time with your family, you realise how good it is spending time with your family, eating good food, and then you just try and extrapolate that to every single day that you fucking wake up. Yeah, exactly, bro. But you keep your appreciation for food year round. Like, you can eat Christmas food year round if you want, brother. No one's telling you have to wait till Christmas once a year to eat the good food. There is some, I guess, with some holidays it brings about some good food and some, I don't know, some good food and some good culture. I mean, depending on the religious holiday, it brings about some good food, man. That's cool. Pray for my battery. The battery's going to die real soon. I'm just going to cut out soon. Wait for it. Parsnips are beautiful, man. That's a good point, Robert Nelson. I never thought about it like that, brother. I never thought about it like that. I mean, if you're going to do anything on your birthday, send your mum flowers, eh? Alpha AMA, I don't know why you want to remain single forever, brother. You know what I mean? You might want to remain single for now, but I mean, it's pretty hard to decide what you want to do forever now. You know what I mean? Obviously I'm not a fan of the arranged marriage, bro. Shout outs to deep fried baked parsnips. Whatever parsnips you eat, I'm a fan of. Shout outs to Robert Nelson, brother. I need a veggie garden, eh? That's something I need. I need to buy a house one day, and I need to plant some veggies in it and just grow all sorts of crops, man. I mean, that's just, oh my god, imagine that, eh? Just walking in your backyard and just picking shit off the vine, eh? What kind of food do I eat the most often? I eat a lot of vegetables, I eat a lot of bread, I eat a lot of beans, I eat a lot of tofu. Just stuff like that. I'm about to do that. Buy a house in Vegas. I'd love to come to Vegas. Any good bike shops that I can recommend can service my bike? I can't really recommend. You have to Google because I hardly service the bike. Best way for somebody to use from the UK to move to Oz, would you recommend it? Yeah, depending on your profession, I mean, or whatever you want. There's always work here, man. There's always work. There's work. You can do any form of work here in Australia. You can work at it. You can deliver food. You can work at a cafe. You can work in construction. I mean, girl or boy, regardless of gender, you can do all of those things I just mentioned. I mean, you can be a traffic control officer. Invest $300, get a traffic control ticket, make hell money. So literally, all you do, it's very easy, man. It's very easy. Like, for someone from the UK to come over to Australia on a working holiday visa, that's easy. You know what I mean? This wouldn't be like me trying to go to America to work or something, So we have that relationship with the UK, so you may as well make use of it and come over here, and that's why, there's a lot of UK people all around the place here. We do have Deliveroo in Melbourne. The US is the best though, brother. You know, I don't want to break your heart, but the US isn't the best, man. I don't want to break your heart. I mean, it might be the best. Best is relative, man. Best is relative. I mean, where's your home at? You know, your home is where your family is. Home is where you feel the most comfortable, brother. You know, so it's relative. Is it better than Uber? I've never done Deliveroo, man. I've only ever done Uber.